Tamra Judge's vulnerable admission about Teddi Mellencamp in Convo with Lala. Season 19 of The Real Housewives of Orange County has been a wild ride for Tamra Judge so far. Sadly, this is partly the case because one of her real-life best friends, Teddi Mellencamp, is enduring a cancer battle. Now, the RHOC star is opening up about their friendship in an interview with Lala. Judge was recently a guest on Kent's Give Them Lala podcast. The host asked her about the emotional toll of filming The Real Housewives of Orange County, as her friend is facing a severe situation with her health. She said, "Teddi's one of my good friends, but also, she's my business partner." Judge continued, "And we've built this amazing podcast together. 5 days a week, where, we're talking, we're chatting, we're on the phone, we're on Zoom." The RHOC star continued, "And now this is happening. Not a good time in my life, period. I won't even watch last week's episode. I've only seen clips on social media and, for what people have told me, that's it, because I don't want to relive it." Judge briefly left The Real Housewives of Orange County. According to US Weekly, Judge posted in March 2025 that she was leaving The Real Housewives of Orange County. This was as the ladies were filming the season during a trip to New Orleans. Now, fans have seen the episode as well as Judge essentially walking off the show in Season 19, Episode 6. Episode 7 has now aired, featuring the return of Judge. During the episode, she spoke to a producer about her decision to take a short break from the series. According to Bravo, she said, "In New Orleans, everything just crashed down on me." Judge continued, "Life has been so emotional lately." She then stated that she was able to fly home and isolate to forget about everything regarding the New Orleans cast trip. Amid her isolation, Judge also realized that she wanted to go to therapy as soon as possible. She could then be seen in the episode talking to her therapist. It was in the session that she revealed that part of her emotional reaction was due to worrying about Mellencamp. For context, she had called to check on her before the intense dinner scene from the show and only got her voicemail. She said, "So, I was a mess. Going into that dinner, I knew that this was going to be really hard on me." Judge admitted to taking medication and then said, "I don't remember much after that." Mellencamp recently responded to being discussed on the show. Mellencamp was recently on an episode of the 2TS in a Pod podcast with Dolores Catania. Catania asked how she felt about watching The Real Housewives of Orange County, as she's being mentioned. She said, "It's hard not to take things personally, but there's a point where people are just blowing off anything Tamra is saying." Mellencamp continued, "1. Does nobody care how I felt? Not from my sake, but from all the other women. Like, they see their friends struggling to this extent. Why is nobody helping her?" Unraveling the vulnerable moment, Tamra Judge on Teddi Mellencamp's cancer journey. In a raw, emotional turn that transcends typical reality TV melodrama, Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC, star Tamra Judge recently shared just how deeply shaken she was by her friend and podcast co-host Teddi Mellencamp's stage for cancer diagnosis. Her confession, revealed in an exclusive with People and in subsequent interviews, lays bare how personal tragedy jolted her perspective and priorities. A tailspin in the midst of Season 19. Just 1 week into filming the latest season of RHOC, Tamra learned the devastating news. Teddi's melanoma had metastasized to her brain and lungs. The timing couldn't have been worse. Tamra was supposed to be fully immersed in franchise drama, but instead, she found herself off balance and heartbroken. She confessed she was in a tailspin, recalling, "The stuff that was going on in the show didn't matter to me, because all I could think about was her." Reality T plus 15 People.com plus 15 OK Magazine plus 15. The emotional weight of Teddi's illness overwhelmed Tamra so much that she walked away from RHOC entirely. Posting on Instagram in March, she declared, "When life gives you real problems, this reality doesn't make sense." People.com plus 1. Finding strength and returning. Tamra says the network offered her space. "Just take a week off," they told her, urging her not to make a permanent decision in haste. That break gave her the clarity she desperately needed. She spent quality time with Teddi, retreated to her Big Bear Lake home, played with her dog and husband, and slowly regained composure. News.zulalion.com plus 3people.com plus 3 reality T plus 3. It was Teddi herself who ultimately convinced Tamra to return. "If I'm not a quitter, you're not going to be a quitter," she told her. That was the push Tamra needed to rejoin the cast, this time with renewed purpose and a redefined perspective. People.com. The deathbed text that shook her. The vulnerability of their friendship became all the more apparent through the harrowing messages exchanged between them. On their podcast 2 Ts in a Pod, Tamra revealed a chilling text from Teddi just before surgery. "You all thought I was mental, but actually I'm on my deathbed." Decider plus 15 people.com plus 15e. Online plus 15. Tamra's reply was just as visceral. "If you're on yours, then I'm on mine, because I can't live without you." It was a mere sentiment. It was a raw glimpse into the depth of their bond or the lack thereof. Central Teddi's illness affected not just Tamra's personal life, but the group dynamic on RHOC. In a candid moment on their shared podcast, Teddi expressed hurt that their castmates seemed indifferent. "Why is nobody helping her?" she wondered, referring to Tamra. Reality blurb plus 2people.com plus 2. It was a difficult reality. A woman she loved in pain, feeling isolated in her plight while those around them continued with reality TV business. The contrast was jarring. A judge's reflection, growth, change, and what really matters. Serving as a heart-wrenching wake-up call, Teddi's diagnosis changed everything for Tamra. She now recognizes what truly matters: authenticity, cherished relationships, and self-growth. She describes this tumultuous period as a season of growth and change, where she's gained clarity about who stands by her and who doesn't. People.com. Indeed, in the July interview with Decider, Tamra acknowledged how hard it was returning to the show. Her head wasn't in the game. Her friend's health battle took precedence. Still, Teddi's resilience inspired her to push through. "If I can push through this, you've got to push through that," Teddi urged, a line Tamra clung to as she navigated therapy, cast tensions, and personal accountability. Nikki Swift plus 14 Decider plus 14 Reality T plus 14. This is more than reality TV fodder. Tamra's honesty about experiencing grief and mental turmoil, confronted in public and on camera, offers a rare, unfiltered look into how life's real struggles dwarf staged drama. She's no longer just the longest-running housewife. She's a woman transformed by fear, love, and loyalty. TLDR. Why this moment matters. Tamra Judge's vulnerable confession about Teddi Mellencamp's diagnosis, from feeling overwhelmed and quitting to being driven back by a friend's strength, reveals how real human connection can outshine reality TV. It's a poignant reminder that amid cameras and chaos, true friendship can become a lifeline. Tamra's journey this season is not just about drama. It's about empathy, healing, and the courage to be human.